Most injuries are slips and falls and lifting too much or too fast, but sometimes my clients get hurt at work because they're attacked. And is that covered under workers' compensation? Well, sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. Hi everyone, this is Kaplan Morrell with Kaplan Morrell. We've been helping injured workers since 1995. Get help, get advice, get benefits. We'd love to help you. If you have any questions, please put them below or contact us. We'd love to help you. So assaults at work are bad enough if you've been attacked at work, but are they considered work-related so that you can get medical care, lost wages covered? And as always, especially with law and lawyers, the answer is it depends. So we're going to talk about when it clearly is, when it clearly ain't, and when the answer is maybe. In Colorado, assaults may be covered by workers' compensation if they are considered to be work-related. However, whether it's work-related can depend on the specific circumstances behind the assault. In a nutshell, what a judge is going to need to see is that, but for you working, would you have been assaulted? Would the assault have taken place? We look at basically two things: what caused the fight or the dispute, and where did it occur? And sometimes we'll also ask, were you doing work duties at the time? So let's talk about the first one. What caused the fight? Now, if the reason for the dispute, if the reason for the angry animosity was work, like an angry customer or angry coworker, then it makes it more likely than not that an injury would be covered by workers' compensation. But if they're angry because you didn't pay your Super Bowl bet, or if they're upset with you, something unrelated to your job duties, then probably not. Where did the fight occur? Now, if the assault occurred at work while you're on the clock, hey, it's more likely going to be considered to be work-related. But that includes, by the way, parking lots. If the assault occurred outside of work, well, then again, more likely that it may not be considered work-related. Lastly, one important aspect is, what were you doing? Were you doing your work duties at the time? Same thing if you were working when the assault occurred, more likely than not, it's going to be considered work-related. If you were off the clock, or if you were roughhousing, if you were playing around, probably not. But as always, again, there's an exception. If the roughhousing, if the playing around was tolerated or even encouraged by your employer, then it could be. As always, this kind of issue can get complicated, and often this thing revolves around a specific fact or action. For example, an attack could be covered even though the dispute is personal if the only way that your attacker could track you down is because they knew where you work and you had to be there. So one fact alone might be enough. As always, it's just complicated, but typically if you're on the clock doing work duties and it happened on the premises, chances are it's going to be covered, but not necessarily. And if you've been injured on the job due to an assault at work, give us a call. We've been helping injured workers since 1997, and we would love to be able to help you. Call us, text us, go to our website. Our initial consultations are free, confidential, and will give you peace of mind when you know your rights. And with that, thanks for spending part of your day with me.